Welcome back, everybody, to Unconditional Surrender in Europe, game designed by Salvatore Vasta, published by GMT Games. This is the C.U.C.U series campaign. The C.U.C.U is C.U.C.U. It stands for Cripple the UK, Collapse USSR. It's a specific strategy that the Axis follow. They don't care so much about the number of conquered miners in that they are trying to get to own Basra, so that they, with Basra and an airplane in Norway, they will be +3 against the Soviets +3, even if they go up to 9 conquered countries. Therefore, keeping that on an even keel, they would also be an additional +2 against the +3 actually with Suez, so they would be +6 against the West, which means that anything that the Russians might actually get away with taking a factory, you will most likely get it back in the West. We're getting ready to go into December of 1940. This will probably be in the playlist for 41 because there's several turns in 41 that go with us. And we'll just get started and see if I can't get all of this in roughly a half an hour. It might run a little bit long just because there's several turns to do, but they are pretty poor turns, poor weather turns. So declarations of war, there were none. Economies are relatively straightforward. The British are at 18 because of the lost factories. Fortunately, the Commonwealth factories are helping right now. The Germans are at 28. They give 1 to the Italians, and I think that's all they did. Because the weather was pretty crappy everywhere. Severe, poor, severe. So, we are in strategic warfare. He is +3, 4, 5. He should be +5. I think we forgot to give him +5 here. Because he has 2 for Basra as well. He rolled a 5. I rolled a 2, so it's the same effect. He really should have had a 7. So it didn't matter. I still end up having my lost factory marker go up 1. Strategic movement phase for the Axis. Again, he starts with the slow but steady conquest of Norwegian ports. I think I just took my strategic move marker off the board. Or did I move? No, I went ahead. I thought about it, and I'm like, do I want to be pounded at El Alamein? And if you saw at the end of the last video, I was trying to figure out what the attack odds and stuff would be. And I was pretty sure that I would just get slaughtered there, so I just went ahead and went there. I thought about going there. I also thought about going here, being able to retreat back on Cairo and Suez, and I chose to go into Alexandria instead. And we'll see how that works out. No Soviet one. We're doing Axis operations. So he's going to do the fight up here first. And he went at 6 + 2. It's not fair up here. What is he doing? It's poor weather. He should be 2, 3, 4, -2. So he's +2. So he rolled a, he's +2 net. He rolled a 6 because it's poor weather. 6 + 2 is an 8, and I rolled a 1. So I would have been flipped and retreated, but it doesn't matter because then he conquers Bulgaria, which is what he wanted. Puts a pro marker in Romania, gets points, flies the German aircraft down to Middle East. He's within 3 hexes of Alexandria, so he drops the paradrop on it, moves the armored up. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 to attack. British are going to be throwing their tanks. Airplanes are going to be coming in. I think we decided that he wanted to do his airplane fight first. So it's the Germans against the Brits. He rolled a 5, I rolled a 3. What the hell's going on? Okay, and then he moved this up. Said, wait a minute. I'm going to be attacking with Italians, and I think now is when he goes after my airplanes. So he was a 1 and I was a 2, so we each took a sortie. Then he went again at -1, rolled a 5. I rolled a 4, -1 is a 3, so we got 2. Now we're both at, he's at -2 and I'm at -3. I think he went ahead. He ran me up with the Germans, and then the Italians attack. They're 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 4 -2, so they should be +2 to my. It should be +1. Why am I -1? I'm not -1. Oh, I'm -1 because of the airdrop marker. What the heck's wrong with me? So he rolled a 2 + 2. So he got a 4. I got a -1. So I had to retreat. And then I took the convoy, went ahead and sailed back to Gibraltar. And then I put the Med fleet in Malta, and that was dumb. That was just dumb because this fleet can run me up when I try to do supply. I should have taken the Med fleet, and it should have just moved like to Kanya, make him use airplanes to nail me, or into the Suez so it could escape into the Western Indian Ocean. It was just a dumb move on my part. So and then do anything else here? What's he doing? Oh, he moved up his low supply infantry unit. And he moved this Turk. You can see where we retconned this. We took back this attack because he can't go there. And he moved this Turk in here and attacked the BEF again. Net of +1 to +1. He rolled a 4 +1. I rolled a 3 +1, so nothing happened. Then he flew the Italian aircraft. I'm not sure what he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing at this point. Oh, he's I think he was running supply on something, and I was trying to screw up his supply line. Maybe. And he managed to get all his supply through. And now we're in the Western actions phase, I believe. And I attacked here, even though it's poor weather there. So it's +1 to 0. I only rolled a 3, and he did not roll me a 1. Oh, did we think that was severe? Oh, that's severe, because it's warm zone down here. That's right, it's warm zone. So that was severe. The idea behind that attack was if I had gotten him to retreat. So if I roll high enough, and this guy rolls low enough, and he's retreated to either hex here, then the BEF can move into that hex. It will get supply one more time, because this guy's going to go here no matter what to hold that hex. If I end up here, and I draw supply one last time out of Suez or whatever, then I have 10 movement points, which means I can run over and capture Baghdad, and we can try to hold on to Basra for a while. So that was the idea behind that attack. It didn't work. So if you're wondering what the hell I was doing. And then Gibraltar, because I'm paranoid, I said he's not going to get Spain anytime soon. And since I have no other troops, I went ahead and put Gibraltar in Southampton. And I moved the convoy. I end the move in London. That prevents his airdrop marker, when it comes back, from being able to be used in there. Because that lets me move the aircraft away if I need to. Okay, and Then I'm in my supply subphase. This is me running my fleet up for supply. He runs me up to 6. That's why I said it was a dumb move. I should have just put him someplace else. I run up my convoys for the 4 guys I have. Oh, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, when he conquered Norway, he put a pro marker in Stockholm. I don't know what that low supply is from. Did he take his? Oh, he had a low supply on this Panzer for some reason. From back when he had it in Norway, he never took it off. That's what that was. Alright, so we go on. Replacements phase for the Axis. This is kind of state standard. Oh, I blew right through the diplomacy phase. What's going on? What are we doing? Are we just looking at... Oh, we're looking to see what's in the cup. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against him. 5 against him, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So it's 50-50 he's going to get a success. He's doing his replacements. And now we're doing the Western replacements. I get back my airplane. And Force H. Germans build an infantry. And I think we're to the diplomacy phase. And they pulled another no event. And I can't remember. I did not save any points for the British this time. So then the Russians went, you know, this does not look good. What did I pull one? I pulled one from the Russians. I guess I was trying to get my other area seized before the Germans quit pulling from the cup. And it didn't work. So now we are doing January 41. Moving stuff in. He rolls the weather. It's a 622. A 622 in January is severe, poor. So there's that. And onwards we go. No declarations of war. Its economies are fairly straightforward. As you can see, British are slowly but surely tripping down production-wise. He rolled a 3 plus 5, which was an 8 to my 5, so I lost from the factory. And this is us talking about where I should have strategically deployed last turn. Germans strategically redeploy into Turkey. And then I said, to heck with it. I'm going to go down to Cairo because I'm trying to hang on to Suez, maybe get these guys out of wherever. German action subphase brings the Italian aircraft up. Blows up my aircraft. I threw my tanks. He throws his armor and aircraft at me in Cairo. Five to a 3, and he rolls a 6. I rolled a 4, so I'm forced to retreat. I thought about going to the other side of the Nile, and I said, no, I think I just want to sit in Suez and see if I can survive to be removed in my turn. And then he had enough movement points left to make an attack across there. I went ahead and threw free forces, so I'd be +2. He's a +5, and he rolled a 5, I rolled a 4, so I held on. And don't know what that was about. So he makes his attack on the British. He rolled a 6 and I rolled a 1 minus 1, which is a 1. 6 to a 1 is a DD and I only have 1 step, so I'm eliminated. I took the hex. And then he moves this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 through Syria this time. And 8 because it captures a city. And starting to move the Yugoslavs up through Hungary, German infantry down towards the Middle East. Not sure what the heck that was all about, but that's now we're in his supply subphase. This is more of just bookkeeping for him because I don't have anything that can intercept him anymore. So he just supplies his units. And I don't think he supplied that guy. So I've been doing the Western actions. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, do I go here or do I go here? So if I go here, I can't be retreated. I'll just die because he's going to surround me with the Turks. I can't do anything about that. So I decided I wanted to be in Port Said so that I could naval evacuate to like Cyprus and then maybe move myself away depending on the weather. It seemed like the best thing to do. And then I do my supply. And I just left the airplane at low supply because it's not going to survive this. So we're just going to remove it here in the no supply phase. And we are into replacements. This axis is doing their replacements, getting all their stuff down to 0. This is the west. I think I'm doing my convoys. Yeah. Doing my convoys as best as I can. And getting Force H down to 0. Then I thought about it and said, you know, I think I actually have to save some points here. Or did I? I don't know what I did now. So we're in the upgrades. We go on Axis mobilization. So he built out some garrisons and somebody in Königs or Danzig. He built his armor over in the east, so he's getting ready to go into Russia. And we're in diplomacy. He pulled an area C, so I got Estonia. I was like, okay, well, at least I have the Duna River now. We're going to the Soviets, and at this point, the Soviets, I believe, just said... I don't know what I did with the Soviets. I thought for sure I put stuff back in the cup. So we're into the next turn. I don't know what I did with the Soviets there. It doesn't make sense. So he brings another Italian. He's bringing lots of Italians over here. This is the +5 to 0. He rolled to 10. Nothing I roll matters, so I lose another factory. Now we're into actions operations. Again, I think he went right by my strategic movements. He does that a lot. Goes down, takes Haifa, then moves this guy in to do called for an assault. He has the Panzer go 1, 2, and then attack after moving the Italian. So he's got me isolated in Cairo. Throws his airplane in. So he is, I only have 3, so he's 6, 7, 8, minus 1, plus 7, to plus 3. And he rolls a 13, 6 plus 7. I rolled a 6. It's not really good enough. And then he goes at it again. This time I think he only goes plus 5 to minus 1. Rolled a 10, so it's guaranteed. He takes me out. This guy just moves all the way back to the Western Indian Ocean. Takes Cairo, Suez. Moves this Italian down here and attacks the BEF. He got an 8 to my 5, which was a retreat, and I said, nope, I'm not going to take the step loss there, I'm just leaving. Use the naval evacuation marker, comes back in 4 turns. And he took Port Said. So I've lost now 1, 2, 3, 4 will points, 5, 6 will points. 6 will points and 2 ground units, which puts me at 12. I've got that right. Nope, I haven't taken off a couple of the points yet. I should be at 12, not 13. Yeah, because I've lost 2 ground units. And I don't know what else it does here. I think this is just him moving around. Yeah, it's just garrisoning things up, moving people to the east, getting ready for the invasion of Russia. And I think he let all those guys go to low supply for whatever reason, trying to get his navy back in shape. So with the Italian navy in shambles, and I have severe weather down here. This was an entire severe turn, so the only thing that really could happen was what happened in the desert, which is always fair. So I go ahead and say, well, Western Desert Force gets out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or actually, I ended up landing here in Gibraltar, so I can do something with it next turn. And did I do anything else? I think that was it. Supply subphase. It took supplied the one guy in the east. The Russians moved into Riga, and now we're doing replacements for the Axis, and we'll do replacements for the West, which is fairly straightforward. And I chose not to take the points on the fleet. I still have 5 points left, so I was going to go ahead and play in the Diplomacy Cup this turn. No upgrades, mobilization for the Axis. He had things to build because he had stuff sitting on his card. And oh, I built my aircraft. I'm sorry, I did build something. Built my aircraft and built my garrison unit back in Plymouth. So I did go to Diplomacy Cup this turn. There's a reason why I didn't spend those points. And then the Russians build an infantry unit, trying to figure out where to put it. And I believe we are now going into diplomacy phase. Yep. The Axis pulled a pro-Axis marker, which they were like, yay. They get to put it in Romania. And the Soviets put the political failure. What am I doing? Am I just looking to see? I was looking to see what was in there. And I was like, oh no, I guess he already had a political. Yeah, he got to activate Romania, that's what it was. And then the Russians I do something? I swear I was putting things back in the cup for the Russians, but it doesn't look like I am. Okay, well, the weather is 364, and it is, what turn? 364 going into March. The weather is, what are we doing? And that ends the March turn. So, or the February turn. So there we have that. I don't think that's the right weather. March. Let me check. March 3. Should have been poor. Oh no, 3 is severe. Okay. 6 is severe, and 4 is poor. So we do have it right. Okay. So there you have it. That was December of 40 through March of 41. The C.U.C.U effect has come through. He has Basra, he has Suez, so he's +6 against the West, +3 against the Soviets, and now it's just a matter of him slowly but surely consolidating around and figuring out, who ends up where before the invasion of Russia, making sure he has strong enough things so that when the British do get units back, they don't just go back and take Basra from him. So, as always, I'm Dren608. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Hit that like button so that the algorithms in YouTube will keep this up for other people to find when they go searching for unconditional surrender videos. And until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.